Well, before I could walk, I had a wrench in my hand. I was my mama's little angel, my daddy's second chance. He went end over end. The first year he went pro and he lost part of his eyesight, so he couldn't race no more. He never lost his touch when he got under a hood. He knew how to make 'em run. He knew one day he would see his name in victory lane and engraved on that cup, just like all them other crazy fools racing in their blood. He put me on his lap when he's driving, I take the wheel. He said, "What do you think about that, son? How does she feel? This whittling little legs be long enough to reach the gas. Once you put her on the floor one time, there ain't no turning back." Every Saturday he'd take me out to the garage. He'd take an empty bucket, fill it full of engine parts. He'd sit me down and pour them out in front of me on the floor. I'd have to tell him what each one was and what each one was for. We'd jump in his old car and go down to the race that night. He'd tell me what each driver was doing wrong, what each one did right. He could always pick the winner before they ever took a curve. Number 3 might have the car, but 43's got the nerve. Well, before I turned 18, Daddy said, "Now pretty soon you'll be old enough to race, but I'm gonna leave it up to you. Taught you all about it, taught you everything I know. You gotta have a car to do it, you gotta work and buy your own." Nobody kept them any longer. Then they kept a pair of shoes. They started showing up at every used car lot in town. But V8 on a go-kart, easy terms, no money down. Me and Daddy and my uncle took her home and we tore her down. Checked her out real good, cleaned her up, poured her out. Took out all the seats, pulled the carpet off the floor. Knocked out all the glass and we welded up the doors. Well, the first time that I raced, my qualifying was a shame. I started out way in the back and came back out the same. Pulled her in the pit, couldn't look my daddy in the eye. He said, "If you quit now, son, it's gonna haunt you all your life." See, it ain't about the money or even being number one. You gotta know when it's all over, you did the best